Perfect timing.
I'm looking for a place. Can anybody help me find it? It's a place where an immaculate conception once happened. If I find it, I might find the gates to heaven. But as far as right now, I'll keep myself occupied. Maybe read a newspaper where it's half truth and half a lie. Maybe I'll stare at my mother as she gets news that her cousin died. I'm not talking about over here, I'm talking about over there, where like blue jays, bombs fly. So as my mother cries for her cousin and the fact that he leaves 5 daughters and a wife behind, I ask God why. Lord, why? He is like your only son, mankind, so why? But then I catch myself thinking, guns don't kill people, people kill people. And that's why, for some reason, I get this feeling that this world may never be peaceful. The Holocaust ended when in 20 years they'll make a movie about Iraq and then someone will realize halfway through the movie that this is the Holocaust, a sequel. In America, we're trying to be fair to humans. So what about the kids in Iraq? Are they something worth pursuing? Or is this just a movie, a Jim Carrey kind of Truman? Or where it seems like we're living in this perfect world and no one carries a single burden. But I'll admit to it, I carry the biggest burden on my shoulders. Every morning when I wake up and sip my cup of Folgers, inside my mind I got files that are loaded with disclosures of pictures and bodies that are corroded and left cold on the sides of the streets, where kids walk by and are able to touch the bodies that are insides are bleeding. And that is not even the bad part. The bad part comes when everything is so close and never too far. For a start, let's talk about the bombs. No, let's keep it PG. The Twin Towers is what I'd like to talk about. Tuesday it was, and yes, I was in 8th grade. They told our teachers to close and lock the doors that day. All of a sudden, in 8th grade, and my 8th grade friends judged me because I was around shade. And yes, I was afraid to go to school, but I did anyway. Ridicule is what I faced, and the media was quick to blame. So let's attack Iraq, and we can fake the feeling of America feeling safe. It's interesting how during this time, No Child Was Left Behind was put into place. But that only applies to kids that had blonde hair, blue eyes, and a matching white face. I would say it's a bit similar to Hitler's Aryan race. And now, to make a short story long, we're finally up to date, and now I'll put you up on game. Today is January 29th, 2009. Almost 10 million Iraqis are displaced and too many have died. Whether they are Christians or Muslims, I bet money they live a sickening hell of a lifestyle. Where my ancestors lay to rest, our burial grounds have become forbidden junk piles. But I wonder what those Iraqi kids pray for at night when they go to sleep. Is it a PlayStation 3 or to see if they can feed their 5 siblings? While their father and mothers remain deceased, it is their will to find a means of living. While their ages only range from 4 to 15. At 15, I had my whole family, my 3 brothers and 2 sisters. I had my mother and father, and luckily my lights didn't flicker. Somehow, I had little or no love for the passion that I have now of writing. And that is why I'm writing. To find rights for the 7 years of innocence stolen from a child. To find rights for a girl who in pain prostitutes with a fake smile. To find rights for her 9 years of precious life then. To find the right that politics once claimed no child was left behind with. Now, everybody, to the lives that have died, to those corroded bodies in my mind, to that precious, precious child, and to those bombs to stop flying, to the mothers who lost their husbands and are still trying, to saying goodbye to a life of defiance, to the Iraqis in Syria and Jordan and all the other places that have denied them. Tonight, my sweethearts, my gift to you is that tonight, this is your night. Tonight, we will put up our peace signs to stop the violence, and especially for those departed souls of war, please, let's take a moment of silence.